Evening, folks. Welcome in. I am late. Um, so those watching replay, I
Hey,
guess y'all don't y'all missing out on me being late. How about that? Anyways, appreciate the replay crew. You guys are awesome, and welcome to my new co-hosts. One of them, Mel, and the best star, Mariah, for joining us tonight. Uh, and TJ is at other plans this evening, so that's why we got another co-host with us. I think it's going to be a great live stream. I know it's going to be. With Mariah here, it's going to be good. Uh, I got to shout out the first one here in the live stream. Wait. You were here a while. Welcome to the live stream, Wait.
Sam?
He was earlier than I was. No, actually, what happened, y'all? I got home in plenty of time from work. I had dinner. I was watching Fox Fishy's live stream, and I had a headache. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do the shut eye before we go live. That little shut eye went to a long shut eye. So, and that's why we're late. It's all me, y'all. So, hashtag Boogie. Yeah, we're doing the. Hey, Boogie, welcome in. If you get any questions, add vibes in front of it, and I'll catch it. But other than that, I'm gonna like the chat. That way we can get to the topic sooner than later. Everyone's saying hi. Okay. And if anyone, I'll give everyone some time to figure out the topic and the thumbnail. If someone can figure it out, whoever figures it out gets a gift. And if there's more than one person figures it out, we'll do a giveaway. How about that? So. And I will go ahead and put up the. No. Yeah, let's do that. Let's drop the topic. Uh, did I just lose it? There we go. And tonight, the topic, I guess, vibes started this one. Now, we did have some good conversations in the group chat this past week about my topic choices, the phrases. Anyways, welcome in, folks. Um, you know what? Let's go to the Fitron link and welcome everybody in to the live stream. Uh, let's see if they're up and running tonight. While that's pulling up, uh, hey y'all, it's official. I've signed in to Aquashella, and Lord willing, if all is well, I will be attending Aquashella, Dallas, Texas. For those who wondered. I was kind of putting it off because I wasn't quite sure if it all would work out or not. But as of now, it's on schedule. Um, so like I said, if you do, if y'all going and see me, hey, stop by, say hi, tell me who you are. Don't be a stranger now. Uh, and I will have some stuff along for members only. So if you're a member as well, I will have options of different member gifts for y'all.
Do you think you'll go live when you're there?
I mean, at the event.
Yeah, for us lame people who can't make it.
No, who would even watch that?
I would.
Um, I might do do a little bit while I'm there.
Did you
Uh,
just ask that question?
what?
Did you just ask that question?
What question?
Who would watch it?
Exactly, I did. Oh, my apologies. Hey, Vibe, stop apologizing.
I'm gonna let the chat speak for that one.
Alright, alright. Now, I plan to be there early, getting in there probably Thursday. So, and the event doesn't start until Saturday. So, probably helping set up everything. Um, and I'm planning to carpool with my good buddy Mike, New Local Austin. So, I will have stickers available for those that want them as well. So, I, I was kind of holding off until now about that. And depends on the service, etc., the internet. I might go live there at the event. You might see a pre-show, or you might see the opening, etc. And also, it depends on how I feel. But yeah, since Mel asked me, I probably should.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've
For
done
sure.
live for the event before. I forget which
Mm-hmm.
one it was.
We went live in Daytona twice,
We
I think.
did. I can't remember. It's been too long ago. TJ went on strike because Vibe said he might not stream for Aquashella. Jeff Kane? Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, he might have. Yeah,
No, he's not on strike. He's just at the races.
yeah. Actually, tonight, isn't there like some kind of a event for children or something?
I think so.
And then next Thursday, the race, I think. Racetrack.
Okay, I thought it was both weekends were racing.
And then the following one would be Aquashella weekend. And if we're having a service at the hotel, we might go live again here on Thursday night. If not, then we won't. But I'm guessing we probably will. There's a good chance of it happening. But okay. So, what did Mariah think when I mentioned the topic?
Sorry, what did you say?
What did Mariah think when I mentioned the topic? Oh, sorry, folks.
I think it's a good topic. I don't know. I removed like not all of it, but like a good amount usually, so it doesn't pile up.
Right, right.
But I don't know. Like Father Fish, he was always saying that like with your stand cap, it's supposed to somehow work its way down. I don't know if I just haven't given it enough time or whatever, but in my experience, it just sits on top of the stand no matter what for as long as it for like ever. Like I don't ever see it going down.
Okay. All right. Now, since Twitch link is working, y'all, folks, let's go ahead and go through the participant list quick. And for those who don't know about this, Fishram Link is a community website you can go check out with a lot of fellow fish keepers on. Anyways, without further ado, we got Way, Fathom Aquatics, Hey Fathom, Zen Ginger, Boogie Fish, Uncle Smiley Aquariums, Stephen P, Bendex Aquatics, Barbara Jackson, Dory P, Foxy Fishies, Dee Fendon, Dennis Christensen, Paul McCarthy, Scary Nona, Cheryl Smith, Linda Worth, David Aquatics, Jeff Kane, Christopher Junkin, Ben Sharp, Fishheim Link, and Sweet Acres. Welcome in, y'all. Wow, that was a lot. Hey, Vinosky. Okay.
Got a full house.
Yeah. They're all here for mail. Which I don't blame any, I don't blame anyone. Good. Anyways, what's interesting, what's really funny, y'all, if y'all missed out on Pisces today, Brandy and Shelby did a live stream at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, I think it was, and they talked about basically the same subject, which is interesting.
Coincidence?
Yeah, now how in the world of all the Thursdays in the year, and we had basically the same topic. That's interesting.
Seems like we have a mole.
Yeah.
Some kind of leak.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I mean, I wonder. I wonder who the mole is.
Maybe it's you.
Now, how could it be me? If I already scheduled it before I even knew that they were having it.
That's what you want us to think.
Do what?
So that's what you want us to think. You want us to suspect you last.
Exactly. Is it working?
Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
Good. Thank you. Now, something it came to mind the other day about the detritus, uneaten food, etc., plant matter in your aquarium. Now, I'm not encouraging y'all to go ahead and go to follow fish and do what he says. And I'm not even telling you to do what I'm saying. I'm just bringing it up to let y'all think about it. Basically, make a mulm awareness. You want to say it like that? And yeah, I don't see anyone in the chat answering the topic in the thumbnail. What they have in common. Why I chose the thumbnail I did. Now, most of y'all might chew me out for saying that. I mean, choosing that thumbnail, but those in the South might catch on why. I'm gonna ask a poll in chat, y'all. So give me a little time.
Personally, I removed all of it.
And why?
5.
It's gonna sound crazy, but I don't like it. I don't like it being in the tank. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it changes like there's a faint smell when you get very close to the top of the water, which obviously every fish tank has a little bit of a smell if you get close enough to it, right?
I think it's earthy.
Yeah, it's a little earthy for me, and I don't like it. And I've got, as y'all can see, I've got very bright colored substrate. It's a very white sand. And it shows up very easily, and it doesn't like Mel was saying, it doesn't go down into the sand. It just sits there on top of it. The only time it goes down into it or gets mixed into it is if I move stuff around myself, or if it gets buried by other sand or whatever. But even then, when I do the large rescapes that I do and I take everything out, like, well, not everything, but the rocks and the wood at least, I will mix up the sand while the filters are still running and everything is still running to get everything into the water column, swept up into the filters, and then I do my water change.
Yeah. All right. Steven did mention something. He mentioned the flower. Yeah. Hey, at least you recognize it was a flower. pollen season. Steven's guessing pretty good. Hey, Gina! Sorry. Got a little carried away with that. Welcome in, Gina. Good to see you. Cheryl Smith. A bacon wrapped sirloin steak with bacon, cheddar, twice baked potatoes, and green beans. Now that sounds good. It really does.
Bacon twice,
Mm-hmm.
baconed out.
I think I gave everyone fair enough time to guess the topic and the thumbnail. I'm going to go ahead and share why I did that. Billy Fish says she guesses it's a hibiscus, but it's kind of looks like a vinca too. First off, no one that I see yet in the chat that has guessed even the right flower, let alone what's it about. Hey, Samuel Steve, welcome in. Anyways, by the way, that's a purslane. For those who don't know, have heard of a purslane? Or general term, the family would be porticolor, which here in Texas we have the same ones wild that go wild, and they're about the only flower that really thrives in Texas in the heat. Most of the flowers just die away because it's too dry for them. But no, and the tie between the two, between that flower, the purslane flower, that's pink. Oh, I try to get a pink one, and the topic. Overdoing white changes with moose mulm. I'm gonna throw out a little word twist for y'all. The last word in the topic, mulm. When you're in the South and someone comes up to you and say, "Hey, how's your mom on them?" That's how it sounds. You get what I'm saying? How your mom and them? Instead of MOM like a mom, how's your mom on them? Anyways, the reason that it brought me to think of it, Happy Mother's Day is coming up in like a week and a half. So that's another reason I wanted the word mom in the topic, y'all. Hopefully you don't tune me out too much.
Your mama now.
Mm-hmm. Your mom and them. It sounds like mom, right?
I don't know. I think that's more of a New York thing. My mom's.
When I saw it just came out. That's perfect. And the purslane, that color supposed to resemble love and peace and joy. So, which was kind of good on Mother's Day. So, if you're a mother and you're still here on this earth, happy Mother's Day to everyone. I know it's a little pre-Happy Mother's, but hey, we should be Happy Mother's Day every day of the year, not just one day out of the year.
Better early than late.
Hmm?
Better early than late.
Amen.
Agreed.
So, anyway, so that was the backstory of the why I did the phrase, the topic that way. Even though that's what we're talking about, but I could use any other word instead of that. But to coexist with my thought, I had to do that. So. Yeah, hey, Mother's Day, Steven. hey, Moose, welcome in. Yep, Zen cut right on. Your mom and them? No. Yep. Okay, back to the chat. Okay, Sweet Acres, I see a question. I did start, so we can come back to that. Actually, let's not. Let's go do it now. Because otherwise I'm going to forget. I'm having a hard time not picking up sand during water changes. It's my first sand thing, so I need to learn some tips. So for those that do water changes and you do a sand vat, how, how do you do it without picking up sand?
All my tanks are sand. I just glide over the surface of the sand.
Mhm.
Instead of I don't press into it at all. Like
Mhm.
you'll see like the right distance away. You start picking up all the debris with the
Right.
siphon. And just kind of gauge it from there. You just sort of hover along, and
Mhm.
you can kind of like switch stuff like out of corners and stuff. So just like we were saying, it pretty much just sits on top of the sand, so you don't really have to work too hard to get to the muck and
Mm-hmm.
build up. But you can kind of like brush it off of the surface of the sand too, kind of waft it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or even if you like are able to get your hand down near the like the top of the sand, like not directly onto it, but above it, you can kind of wave, like she was saying, wave your hand above it, waft it, or
Yeah,
do it with the siphon itself and like lift it up off of the sand so you don't have to get as close to it.
Right. Jody says you can pinch the hose on the gravel vat to let the sand fall out. Yeah, I've done that in the past. Basically, that stops the siphon or the suction vat, and the sand naturally it's heavier, it's what's going to, yeah.
I always keep one hand on the hose. Like if I'm
Hmm.
using just a straight siphon and not the Python,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes even the Python, I'll do it. But I'll always keep a second hand on it to stop the suction, just in case.
Yeah, I agree. I always have my other hand on the. I always use a Python now. I used to use just a siphon and buckets, but I got a Python now, so yeah. um,
Come on.
but yeah,
Hashtag
I
bucket.
always keep my hand on it. I always keep my hand on it just in case I need to hit the little trigger on there to stop the suction. Because I
Now,
really don't like pinching my hose because it causes like a permanent kink in it almost,
a little
and you
bug
have to
was
like
in my
keep it
drink,
bent out.
y'all.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Alright.
What'd you say,
Oh,
Vibes?
I said a little bug got in my drink. I
Uh
guess
oh.
it heard mom in your aquarium, so I thought, hey, he's gonna do his part and do the mom in my drink. I guess.
Ew.
And plant matter. Anyways, um,
Gross.
hey, I didn't drink it. I scooped him out and yeah. So it probably put a little flavor to it.
So I have something funny to tell y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, we all know about duckweed, right?
I love it.
Grows like crazy. Like a lot of people say it's super hard to get rid of.
Right?
Somehow I managed to kill duckweed.
How?
I don't know how. I don't know. I have no idea. There's snails in the tank over there. There's wood. It's got a filter going on it. I every once in a while I'll scoop some out and give some to these guys because they love it. They'll eat it right up.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't continued to grow. The tank is almost empty of it. And there's like a quarter of an inch of mulm actually in the bottom of that tank. But the snails are loving it.
Mm-hmm.
However, the I forget the other plant, the salvinia. Tyler gave me some salvinia as well that I put in that tank, which most of it has died off, but I've started to notice there's tiny little blooms of it on the glass everywhere in that tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know how I killed duckweed, but I killed it.
That means it that means you're professional now. Christine came back and oh, I thought you were supposed to dig it in the sand to pull up the grease like you do gravel. No, it's no different. I mean,
No, not
if
at
you
all. With the sand, because the sand is going to get sucked right up into your hose
right,
with the amount of
it,
suction that you've got.
and it's a little. It's not we call it as heavy for each
Uh-huh.
particle as the gravel is. So yeah, but
Which
now
on
if
top of
you
that also means that the sand is more compacted together, so everything's more likely to sit on top of it as opposed to going down
right,
in between the cracks and crevices
hmm
like it would with gravel or stones.
right,
Or even like soil, a lot of soil tanks, it will go down deeper in, but in those cases, most of the time you don't necessarily have to worry about it because it gets worked out later on.
right. Now, me personally, since we talked about removing the mom and all this, FYI, most of my okay, if I do a water change and it gets sucked out to the water column, whatever. But I don't gravel back at all, or sand back, we won't call it. I let the mom do its own thing. Now, if I see there's too much mom, yeah, I might go spruce them out. But majority of the time, I leave it in. FYI, y'all, mom is actually part of a natural ecosystem in your aquarium. There's bacteria in the mom that the bacteria in the water column in the surface, the good bacteria eat. They have to eat something. So if you make your tank pristine without any mom, you're removing that bacteria's natural food. Now, I'm not telling you to change what you've been doing. It's working. If what you're doing is working for you, don't change it at all. Keep doing it. But I'm just awareness. If if you're trying to make your tank an ecosystem and you're removing the mold, the bacteria that your little critters are eating, you're removing the main source for them, the food. But
I don't know. I don't know. I think just because these guys poop way too much for me and they nip at the wood pieces a lot that I have in here, I don't have a lot of buildup of it, so it's not much that I'm removing anyways. But the amount that is picked up on the filters when I take them out probably once a month, maybe month and a half. I alternate which one I take out though.
hmm
And rinse them off with tank water. But the amount that's built up on them is a significant amount, which
right,
I think
right.
that has to do with the fact that I've got the wave makers in there, keeping the circular flow, and it
hmm
just pulls everything. Well, it pulls probably, I'd say maybe like a good 85% of it back up into the filters so they can do their job.
Right, right, right. Score Phonics! Welcome in. It says hook a chopstick to the tube and you can stir the sand without getting too close to it. That's a good point. If you want to stir the sand up or whatever, or get the mom kicked up a little bit, the session can suck it up. That's actually a great DIY idea. So take a zip tie or something, attach a chopstick or whatever to your tube. That way you'll be off the substrate a ways without. Yeah,
Hmm.
good point.
That's correct too.
Emily says, Smokey, get you a python attached to a pump and put a mesh strainer on the suction end. Best mom vacuum ever.
I don't really feel a need for the mesh, honestly. I've kind of gotten a good range of where I need to be for getting everything off of the sand without actually sucking the sand up. But that is a good idea though for like if you get like a larger size mesh that'll be able to still pull up what you're trying to pull up without pulling up the sand.
Mhm.
That is a very good idea. Absolutely.
Welcome in, CC. People want duckweed? Zen says, unless you want duckweed, then it won't grow. It knows. Yeah, exactly.
These greedy things love some duckweed. It's gone as soon as I put it in there. I can put like 3 gigantic handfuls of it in there because Tyler's tanks just grow it like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll bring me some over trying to get rid of his excess. And I just drop it right in there. They're going crazy over it.
Benjamin said,
You
Smokey intimidated
intimidated the
like duckweed.
duckweed. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm intimidating.
No, not at
No, that
all.
is a gorgeous thing.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we
Mel
got a
tank is
question.
awesome.
Anyone know how heavy a well-established crenum would be as a nutrient hog? I'm thinking of pulling 2, but not sure if I need to reduce fertilizers and or root tabs dramatically when I do.
Hey, welcome in, Bratton.
That's a good question.
Who
Vibes,
asked,
you
who
got
asked
anything
that?
for that? What was that?
I was wondering who asked the question?
Ginger.
Oh, Zen.
Yeah.
Ooh. Actually, that'd be a good. You know what? I'll be honest with y'all. That'd be a great Stephen P. question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kelly, Fat Lady
Absolutely.
would be. That kitty would be here.
All right, looks like he responded. Steven said, if it's a heavily planted tank and the other plants are well established, I wouldn't change the fertilizer routine.
There you
All
go.
right, there you go.
Perfect. Thanks, Steven. Steven's awesome, y'all. Actually, by the way, if you don't know, normally Steven does a live stream every Monday night about talking about plants. So if you're not even subscribed to him, are you in the fish community? Anyways, if you want to know more about plants, go ahead and watch his live stream every Monday night. It's phenomenal.
Oh, looks Skull said that apparently they make Python tube covers. They sell them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Cool.
There were some questions up a while back I'm trying to catch. Oh, I don't see them. Hey, y'all, if I missed your question and it's really important, go ahead and ask again. Steven says, how's the mom with plants? Exactly. Exactly, Steven. Zen says she leaves some mom
I
along
can't
that.
do that in this one.
Have you tried?
They're gonna eat it. Look, I've done come to the conclusion the only way that I can do plants in this tank and make it work with these fish is if I have to glue it to the wood. I have to glue it to
Yeah,
the wood and glue it to the rocks. Otherwise, they're just gonna dig it up and they're gonna eat it, and it's just gonna get ripped up in the current.
right.
Also, I have to be able to find plants that are going to be able to withstand the very turbulent current that I do have going in here because it is a strong
Right.
circulation going.
Uh, I, have you tried Monstera? Going out the top of it?
I haven't been able to yet. All of
Uh,
my fish projects, unfortunately, have been on hold for
yeah.
a little while. As y'all know, I've been working on trying to plan a wedding and do a lot of
Yep.
other things and transitioning to a new job and stuff.
Now, okay, if y'all are trying to make a display tank and you don't enjoy the mom, go ahead and remove it. I'm not telling you not to
Mhm.
remove it, but go ahead and do it. Now, me personally, that's part of the natural system. But yeah. Yeah, Emily says she's Team Smoky. Though I hate this. see the mulm. It's fine if I don't see it.
How much mulm does a mulm take make if a mulm take? Dang, hold on, it moved. How much mulm does a mulm take make if a mulm take can make mulm?
That's good. All right. I'm far behind chat. Yeah. I'm gonna speed up, y'all. Now, hey, I do want to share. If there's too much mulm in your aquarium, that can cause fish death because the bacteria that thrives on the mulm takes oxygen, right? And they might be
Mhm.
putting oxygen from your water column that the fish need. So, in doing such, the fish won't have enough oxygen to live, and they will die. Welcome in, Pepplin. Good to see you. Hey, Jody P, if you're still here, have a great night, Jody. And enjoy your concert. Welcome back, Mel. Good to see you. Oh, I think she hit the wrong button, y'all.
Oh no.
That means Mel is an official co-host, YouTuber, live streamer. Mom is a lifestyle. Yeah. Now, it also depends on what's in the aquarium as well. If if you're trying to have babies in the aquarium, the mom is a good food source, natural food source for your babies, especially ones that scavenge like corridors, flecos, shrimp. All those. That's how. Also, the mom could actually be like hiding places for the babies to hide in, that the adults don't pick them off. Hey, Shirley, welcome in.
Sorry about that, Box. One of our cats that we're trying to keep inside got outside, and I guess she'll come
Uh-huh.
eventually.
My pa. I hope it all ends well.
Oh, she'll come back. She's just annoying. She will sometimes just kind of dart out the door.
Huh. Zen said, I'm not going to read those two words, but in the yeah, the grateful
Earthworks
fly
and
though,
parasitic.
yeah, lots of passive breeding happens that way. Just do your water changes appropriately. Yes, that that might include, you might have to do water changes more often than if you would be removing the bomb out of your aquarium. But that's part of it. Yeah, exactly, Shirley. Your coys and your bottom dwellers love mom. Yes, cats be catting. Right, Moose.
I would say it really just it depends on what you want for your tank, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously for this tank, I'm very particular about it. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. It just makes it look dirty. Um, However, with a heavily planted tank that had maybe a different substrate or a darker substrate or something like that that looks more natural for a different environment, that would be a different story.
Yeah. But
Now,
what about
obviously,
that
I'm not going to be able
aquarium?
to. I'm sorry, what was that?
What about a Vibes aquarium?
Like I said, it depends on you as well. It depends on what you want for
Yeah.
your aquarium.
That's actually like a white sand.
It looks more of like a slightly tan type of color. Is that right?
And what you're seeing, yeah, no, the top is white, but what you're seeing is the mulm.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, I see.
That's part, yeah, yeah,
I can see the clear on the TV.
yeah. Now some people don't enjoy that, but I actually do.
But see, with the rocks, the way that you have your tank set up, the color looks nice. It looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, I agree. Now some people will say, "Hey, guys, you gotta be careful because it will, you know, it will gas off, and that gas can kill the fish." But depends on what you have in your aquarium. Your fish will actually do it for you. So stir it up a little bit, but
Hmm.
deep. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all one of my aquariums that I've had. This is number right now 5 years. So I mean, it's still some people consider that's still a new tank, but
Oh, do we know if Ed is going live tonight? Let's see.
according to I checked it earlier, and he is scheduled on YouTube for live,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
I did put it in the live stream, whatever YouTube Studio to send over everyone over to Ed then after we're done here. Um, now here's a
Sweet.
question for y'all: when you're out when you're out in the wild, do you ever see a pristine tank, pristine lake or river? Especially lake, you might see it maybe more often, but you put that down your hands and knees. Look at the substrate at the bottom of the water source. Just kind of curious, there's a lot of
Mhm.
mulm down there, a lot.
Yeah,
Definitely,
nature is
especially in
dirty.
certain areas. Sorry, go ahead, Mel.
So nature's very dirty, but also nature has a almost ridiculous, well, pretty much ridiculous amount of biodiversity in it anyway. And your tank is a little bit limited in that front. Um, I
Yes.
mean, I don't care. Well, I guess it's some people have more biodiversity in their tanks than others, but it's
Uh-huh.
definitely, I think that's a big major difference between what we're keeping in nature.
Right. Absolutely. I mean,
But
between
also,
the
I don't
rain.
advocate the whole father fish like dump a bunch of muck in your tank. Like, I don't advocate for that either because, I mean, you
Mhm.
don't know what you're throwing in there, and there's not, a constant source of biodiversity entering the system.
Mhm.
You're just dumping whatever you found that day in. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, I would advocate, the only time I would advocate for that type of system is if you're starting a tank from scratch and that's the way you want to start it. But whatever you put in that tank after that point needs to come from that same water source.
Yeah.
Even then, it still may not work with the method that is laid out.
Right. And those tanks, most tanks, they might go 5, 10 years like that and be fine. But after about 5 years, you'll start losing the nutrients that the plants need, unless you're actually actively feeding, fertilizing the plants. Naturally, you're gonna lose out, and then it's gonna be an ugly tank. But that's my opinion.
It works the same
I agree with that.
farm.
Riverbeds are boulders to gravel with more filling with cracks. Yeah. Um. And hey, when I'm out collecting in the river, that that stuff That stuff is has a strong smell to it, y'all.
Uh-huh. Very
But
earthy.
but you know what? I find a lot of baby fish, shrimp, crawfish, etc. In that
Hmm.
kind of stuff because I mean that's the food source, and it's a way for them to hide from the bigger species. But yeah,
I think some mulm is good. Some mulm you need. Definitely doesn't hurt.
yeah. Now, if, if you got a sponge filter, you got a canister filter, you got a sump, you got some kind of filter, and if you're not doing regular filter cleanings, you are holding the mulm in your aquarium. Now, if you have a sump, that gets not that kind of voids it, or the canister. But if you have a sponge in your aquarium, you're holding the mulm there for the bacteria, for the babies, etc. To feed off.
I'm
Hey,
always
fish
seeing
talk.
the fries picking at the sponges and the shrimp too. Luckily, I haven't had the shrimp move into the sponges yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah, careful. No, yeah, it's amazing. Okay, amazing. It's cool to watch them dig around on the sponges, filters.
It'd be even cooler if I could see what they were digging at.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, actually, moderators, you know what? I want to give a fair shout out. If you can find Pisces channel and the live stream they had today, you don't mind dropping the link to that one for those that missed it. I mean, because they touched on some big good topics, deeper, in my opinion, than we are about the whole thing. So now, their thrust was about the cycle in your aquarium, the nitrogen cycle, which includes this. So if you're into that, go ahead check it out. Brandy and Shelby did a wonderful job. Now it takes 30 minutes long, so it's not really long. So you can watch it, have it play in the background, etc. So yeah, Fish Family. Hey Didi, Mother's Day right around the corner. Thanks, Zen. Zen's the best moderator this side of the Mississippi. And there it is, Pisces USA string. Uh, two of my good friends, Brandy and Shelby. They're awesome. Anyways, so yeah, if you want to hear more about that, get deeper in there, yeah, go ahead. Whose stream is this? I'm having a hard time hearing with this crazy air plugging sickness. Shirley, the the stream we're talking about, Pisces USA stream. This is Brandy. I'm trying to think, what what convention did she put on over there in North Carolina? Anyways, she has one over there, but she's the I think she's the owner of Pisces. I think if I'm right. And then Shelby would be the wife of Grant, Garden Eater. Aquatic Expo, yes, yes. And actually, I'm looking forward to hanging out with both of them in a couple weeks at Aquashella, Dallas. Uh, they'll both be they'll both be there. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Shirley. Um,
Hey, Vibes,
yeah.
what are you bringing home from Aquashella?
What what should I?
The correct answer is one of everything.
Oh, I'm afraid my buddy Mike, Nicola Austin, might tell me vibes. The vehicle ain't big enough to carry all that stuff back with home.
It's in the same state as you. You don't have a excuse.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I had a big excuse.
Nope, not this time, buddy.
Ah, no. Hey, I'm going just to hang out, y'all. So now, if something sneaks in my bag or something, I can't blame. I can't take blame for it.
Why you're not looking?
I mean, if there's a certain fish or a certain plant, etc., equipment that I have on my bucket list, etc., and it's reasonable, yeah, probably it will. But I'm not really looking, no. And by the way, y'all, you think about it. Next Thursday night, the topic is going to be about a pre-Aquashella, I guess. So, especially since the reason I'm saying that because I'm going to be thinking about that too much, and I'm afraid if we have another topic, something else, Aquashella is going to be coming in way too much. So why not stick to it? Vibes, you should bring worms home from Aquashella. Which ones, Moose?
All of them.
Oh. People like to give vibes stuff to vibes. I can't say no. I know it's hard. Alright. Black worms, micro worms, no for the narrow road. Amen. Of course, vibes. Like mom. These cottage cheese. I like it. I like it. Hey, Zenny, welcome in. Zenny? Is that a new channel? A new subscriber?
Oh, Zini? No, Zini is not new. Zini's been around. He may be new here, though. I don't know if he's been on your stream.
I don't remember seeing him in it before. Right on, Moose. Vibes bringing the vibes to Aquashella. Which one? The positive vibes? Bad vibes? The
Good
toxic
vibes
positivity
only.
vibes? What?
Good vibes only.
And what's this, Mariah?
Just some nice animations or very nice, not animations, drawings I found of aquatic plants in my aquarium guide.
Nice. And what's the date on that?
This is a very old one. Let me see. This was printed by the Pet Library Limited in England, or sorry, in the Netherlands in 1969.
Ooh, nice. That's history right there.
I don't think I own a single aquarium book.
I actually have y'all propped up on a bunch of my aquarium books right now.
I got a big old stack of them. Actually, since y'all brought up aquarium books, there's one book that I think everyone should have, especially if you're just getting into the hobby. There's one book that you need. Ugh. Now, just because it says one thing, this means for anyone. It says fish keeping for kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is very,
kids.
yeah, and it's by Brian Conway. This kid has. I mean, this thing's very detailed. How to care for different species. This is his first book. His second book is coming out pretty soon. Um,
Oh, nice.
and it's really interesting, y'all. This book is written for that kids at age 8 can understand it. It's very simple, basic. It tells you what price range the fish might be at. You want to buy them, where they're from. Tells you about the diseases of the species, why it happened, etc.
Mhm.
The plants.
I'm about to get Amazonas for the first time. About as close as I'll get to an aquarium book, I think.
Nice.
I don't know, maybe I'll have to keep my eye out for some aquarium books.
My mom gives them to me. My mom works in a basically kind of like a book warehouse. They take in a bunch of old books and stuff, and they'll scan them in and see which ones are able to be salvaged and resold. And anytime that she comes across ones that are not salvageable or that are going to be thrown away and they have anything to do with fish, she brings them to me. So I got
Nice.
a good collection going.
No, I have an amazing grandma, and about every Christmas, she'll either send me a book or give me one in the aquarium hobby.
Oh, that's nice.
I got a pretty good book back there. I don't know what's it called. Is it the Encyclopedia of Fish? I don't know. It's pretty cool. The pictures are very detailed about each one.
I've just never been much of a reader. I'd rather like watch the stories. So I don't know. Maybe I like the few books that I have, nature books or whatever, mostly pictures.
Nice. Hey, Cecil, welcome in.
That is a good boy.
I like the species book, not so much the educational tips, tricks type books. Books is long, yes. Now, if I like, if I was something to look at, while, hey, for instance, when you're traveling, you're flying, having a magazine or catalog about fish is awesome, y'all. It's a way to spend time away from technology. I know a lot, in this day and age, everyone has technology with them, but a good old magazine or catalog about fish, etc., is really good. But, hi, Mickey M. Welcome, man.
Ouch.
What I read when I can't?
Ow.
What? What I read when I can watch someone that doesn't know what they're talking about read stuff for me on YouTube. Like mine. Exactly, Father. Why are you even watching me? Good old Fathom. Jeff says he enjoys Amazonas. Okay.
I'm excited for it to get here. I've never seen it before.
Nice. Now, I was collecting the what was it? Was it saltwater one? Cool. My local fish store carries a magazine, and every month there's a new one comes in, and I'll get one and I'll scan through it. Smokey, quit making me yawn.
Huh?
Says,
I'm sorry.
What up, Smokey? Hey,
I'm
Renee, quick. Welcome
sorry. I
in.
haven't slept in like 6.5 days, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm awake. I'm up.
Yeah, she's not awake.
I'm up. I'm
Problem
awake.
says he's met two authors, Amazon's authors, and now it makes it feel like I need to subscribe. Cool. By the way, Lord willing, I want to hang out with Fathom as well. That's show Dallas, y'all. It's gonna be so dope and cool. Fathom. YouTube is the internet. The internet would never lie. It's as solid as a dictionary. Wrong. Smokey, you must be in orbit.
You know what I'm saying? I can't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna speak on that.
Yeah. Alright. Um, I'm about done with the topic, yo. I think I hit all the high points.
Stop it!
So so go ahead, everyone, and remove all of that mulm out of your aquarium that you don't want. Now, if you remove too much of it, it can have a bad it can hurt your cycle of your aquarium.
Yeah, I'd
Mm-hmm.
definitely say leave some, maybe, always leave a little bit,
Yes, yes.
especially if you have plants. Like I mean, even if you have gravel, just don't gravel back around the plants.
Because why? Because the plants need the mulm to thrive.
I wouldn't say need it to survive, but I mean, it's beneficial to them. It's food.
So if you want your plant to thrive, you need some mulm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a natural fertilizer.
Yeah.
And if you're like me and can't ever remember anything, I need to be better about fertilizing the tank. So it's always helpful when it fertilizes itself.
Yes, yes. I agree. But I'm still learning the whole thing yet. But watching Steven and uh, Kelly and Brooklyn Bell and Mel, who else? But there's enough of people I've been watching to learn my information. Hopefully, I could take it put to practice.
Oh, is Steven still here? If he is here, those crypts you sent me haven't melted and they are planted. I don't think I've, knock on wood, experienced crypt melt yet, but I love those crypts you sent me. Thank you, Steven.
Steven's so awesome. Aquatic Moose said, advise, play that question game with Mel, unless you already have. I already have, Moose.
You missed
If you
it.
missed it, yeah, you missed it, Moose. It was awesome. And Mel hit everyone on spot target. It's perfect.
I was quick on the draw.
She was.
Yeah.
Too quick for me to keep my thoughts straight. That was good.
Okay,
So,
good thing there's a replay.
yeah. I don't remember which live stream it is, Moose, but what about a month ago?
Maybe it wasn't that long ago.
Right, it was recently. So yeah. So and for those that want to know more about Mel, go ahead and watch it. That'd be cool. Zen said she'll go on panel and answer questions. How cool of her. Yeah. That would be cool if Zen would join us on panel sometime. Actually, maybe at the Clash. Oh, hey, guys, be careful. We don't want to scare Zen off in the Clash. Hey, Danny Aquatics, welcome in. And Ted. Hey, Ted, you're another one. We need to get up here as a guest. Steven says, Happy Quicks! Yeah. And Ted's another great author, great book. We were talking about books earlier. There's one book I haven't gotten yet. I need to get. I need to buy a couple of those Ted's books. You can get them off of Amazon. The Tub Pond Handbook by Dr.
Ooh,
Ted.
I
You can
really
get
like that
paperback
word.
or hardback. And if you want to meet him in person, he'll be there at the actually, he's giving a talk at the Clash as well. So I met
I
him.
really like that word. That's a nice word. Epistolus. Dee Dee said epistolus.
Oh, and what is that?
I don't know, but it's a good word.
Oh.
I'm assuming it's some type of plant. I don't know. Dee Dee, what is epistolus? I just kind of want to keep saying it. Epistolus.
Hey, Ted. Hey, Ted, by the way, since you're just coming in, I'm Vibes. If you don't know that, we got Smokey, Mariah,
Hi, I'm Smokey.
one of my normal co-hosts with the Thursday night, and we got Mel. She's filling in for TJ right now. Who knows? She might stick around. If y'all treat her nice, she might stick around for a while.
Just maybe.
You heard that, y'all. You gotta be careful. Uncle Smileys, Graham, I don't want to say hi to you. Welcome in. There you go. There's a link to Dr. Ted's book.
Somebody tell me what epistolus means.
What?
Epistolus.
It's like the not ick that looks like ick, sorta, kinda, or I wouldn't say looks like it. I would say gets mistaken for ick very commonly. So
okay.
yeah, raised up white spots on your fish that are can be on their eyes and stuff. It's just a different illness they can get.
I had a couple fish that had lymphocystis. That was gross.
That had what?
Lymphocystis.
That's a new one on me.
Apparently, it's really common in cichlids. It's like these weird tumor-looking growths that typically grow like on their fins or like around their lips or on their face,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of looks like popcorn.
That would be why I haven't heard of it. I only keep one cichlid right now, and that would be my angelfish.
Yeah, all I got is my greedy, mean cichlids right now.
I've got too many.
I got one African in there, and then the rest are South American cichlids. Oh yeah, ointment's a good word too.
Yeah. Right on, Zen. I really agree to show my face at the Clash. If anyone's streaming when I'm around, hello. Exactly, Zen. I mean, yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be a good time, Zen. I know. And by the way, y'all, if you get Ted's book and you're going to the Clash, you can get him to sign up for you. Oh, I think Ted's going to beat Vise up now. He was saying that.
Oh, Dee Dee, that's a good question. Dee Dee says, speaking of ointment, if one was to have ointment on their forearm, would it be detrimental to a fish tank? I would say no, personally. Depending on the size of the tank. Obviously, if you're like talking about a 1 gallon tank, maybe, but even still, not a huge chance, depending on what type of ointment as well and how long ago you put it on yourself. I think there's a lot of variables to consider with it, but generally speaking, I would say no. There's been plenty of times where I've forgotten I had on lotion or I put on hand sanitizer or perfume or what have you, and I've gone and started doing work in my tank, and it's been perfectly fine.
But it also depends on what's in your aquarium. If you're
Uh huh.
if
That too.
you got shrimp in your aquarium, I would not recommend it because that can
Right.
be. I haven't personally had that hurt in mind yet, but that can happen because the small critter, small species, so it has a bigger result with them. And if you have a saltwater tank, same way, your coral, your reef, and all that stuff, that can have effect on your tank as well. So be careful with
Mm-hmm.
what you do in your aquarium. Now, like Mariah was saying, her bigger fish, that she didn't have any problem with those. But
Right.
I, I still would, if possible, have clean hands. Rinse them off. Real good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now, one of my friends he tells me, before you put your hands in your aquarium, go to your sink and have hot water and get rid of any bacteria that you may have in your hands from whatever lotion, soaps, colognes, deodorants, stuff from outside. That way, you're not dragging any exterior bad stuff to your
Mm-hmm.
fish. That in turn you might have to deal with later. Or you might lose that tank. Nice,
Always
Claire.
try to, I'm always really careful about rinsing my hands in hot water at least before I go in the tank.
Yeah.
I'm a worry wart.
I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit more relaxed. So the Kings literally dropped like an entire string of drool into the tank before, and I mean, yeah, it was gross, but it was fine. I don't know. I think, like I said, it depends on. There's a lot of different variables. Like Vibes was saying, it depends on what's in your tank. The size of your tank, I think, plays a big factor too, because the more water, the more whatever's on you is going to be diluted. So it's not really going to play that much of a part.
Right.
So yeah, I think there's just different variables would be the determining factor. But at the end of the day, if you can remember to do so, just try to rinse your arms off or whatever's going to be going in the tank, just rinse it off.
Right. Right.
Safe than sorry.
Yep,
Amen.
absolutely.
HHD, Jake and Katie River. Remember, 14 months. Wow. Been here the whole time. Just talking and watching, hanging out together. Thanks, y'all. You guys are awesome. It's been a little over a year now since I've got to know who Jake and Katie were. And they're a blessing to the community, y'all. Nancy B! Welcome in. Yeah. Imagine how much carbon they run on the touch tanks at the public aquariums. You ain't kidding. Now, that's a good point. If you know you've touched your aquarium water with something on your hands, don't panic. Go do something about it. You can either use carbon, do a water change, etc. to get rid of those that stuff out of there, the nicest stuff. But yeah,
So I know at the Georgia Aquarium, at the upstairs touch tank with the stingrays, They actually have a tank safe sanitizer that's all along the sides of each side of the tanks, and you can apply it before and after putting your hands in there. And from what I've seen, and what I was told by the people that were working at the aquarium, that it's essentially like a water-based sanitizer somehow, but it basically neutralizes whatever's on you, so it doesn't affect the water as much.
Ozone.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah.
the first I'm hearing about that. Cool.
Mhm.
Then again, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to public aquariums, y'all. My apologies. I do a lot more public water sources, like rivers and lakes and creeks. Smokey is right, says Ted. I had that cleanup wash at a touch tank last month. See, Smokey's right on target, y'all. Barbara Jackson says some of the oily stuff can be removed from the surface by floating a paper towel before doing a water change. Don't ask how I know. Uh-oh. Barbara, what happened?
By the way, just a heads up, we got about 2 minutes until Ed goes live.
Alright.
Just
Yeah,
wanted
because
to
we
let y'all
don't
know.
want to go over him. I think this was a pretty good topic.
Oh yeah.
I do want to, me personally, I want to dig into it more and learn more about the different stages of it, because I want to touch the surface of it, and I'm actually kind of fascinated about that whole living creature. You want to say? Actually, it is. The mulm is basically a big living creature down there. So
Vibes, that is not what it sounded like you said originally. And I ain't
anywho,
gonna repeat what I thought you said.
no, please don't.
I want to take some mulm and put it under a microscope. I have one, I think, a microscope somewhere. Put that.
Yes,
That would be so cool.
I
I
actually,
just want to take some, like, just a drop of my water from the fish tank and put it under a microscope and see what that looks like too.
Yeah, I think
there,
Alex from Fishery did something like that on his channel. He did like different age tanks and like samples, like a new tank and like 5-year-old tank, 10-year-old tank, and it was ridiculous the amount of biodiversity just difference in just age.
That's so cool.
yeah, we got living creatures in our water. But anyways, for those that don't know, Ed is planning to go live tonight. I do not know what this topic is going to be about, so go check him out. And go ahead out though, Mariah. What you got? More than a yawn.
Well, since I'm not silenced this week, um, same as always, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for having me on. Mel, we appreciate you coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Thank
Definitely
you.
would have been the same. You got a beautiful, beautiful set of tanks going on there and some gorgeous fish. So definitely would love to have you back whenever TJ comes back as well. And then same as always, y'all, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat other people how you want to be treated, and may God treat you how you treat animals and elders.
Mm-hmm. And how about you, Mel?
Hey, you always catch me off with these sign-offs.
I know.
How about one love? I'll just leave it at that.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
And thanks to Mariah for joining us again. She puts up with my crazy tactics every week, which is phenomenal.
Every doggone week, throughout the week too, in the group chat, y'all. He'd be a mess.
I know. And she just pushes it off and keeps going. That's amazing. Anyway, thanks to Mel for stepping up and joining us. That was awesome.
Definitely.
Hey, TJ, you might have to step up your game. We missed TJ tonight, but we know he was having a good time. Anyways, y'all, until next time, go ahead and do your water change. Loosen up mulm that you don't want out of your aquarium. But be careful. You guys, shout out Jake one more time, HHD, membership.
Oh wait, what's the hashtag? We didn't do the hashtag. Hashtag mom.
Hashtag mom.
Yeah.
Hashtag mom, y'all. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Peace out.
Night.
Bye.